Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are well. I am doing fantastic. I just wanted to share an experience I had with you guys. It was absolutely a phenomenal experience. I was very lucky to have it. Just the other weekend, today's Monday. On Friday, I had the pleasure of joining BMW in San Francisco for an event called the Ultimate Driving Experience. And I was going to go there to do autocross. So just so you know, I've never done any competitive racing event or driving event ever. I mean, sure, I've gone on the back roads and I've enjoyed those and everything, but I've never done anything like timed or official. So this was really exciting. They also give you a professional to, you know, as you drive along to give you advice and stuff. So yeah, it was really exciting. I thought we were driving our own cars, so I prepped up my car as best as I could. But then I got there and I realized they were providing cars. They were showing off the new G30, which, if you don't know, that's the chassis code for BMW's new 5 Series model that just came out. So we were in the 540i and the 540 xDrive, and the difference between the two is just one has all-wheel drive and one doesn't. So the layout of the event was that you got a few laps in the rear-wheel drive, a few laps in the all-wheel drive, and then you had a timed lap. So there's also some coaching, and you know, you'll be able to hear the feedback from my coach. So I'm gonna show you guys the introduction I got, and we'll just hop right into it.
Because you've never been here before. But I'm also going to give you some tips on performance driving and stuff that really you can use out on the street too. You want to have your eyes, say, 3 seconds ahead of where the car is right now. That way you have time to prepare for what's coming and make your decisions and be the second item, which is smooth. Smooth means don't jerk the steering, don't stab the gas, that sort of thing. Right up the left edge to set up for this first corner. You may need a little bit of brakes here depending on your speed. And turn past, this is called an apex cone because it's the inside of the corner, double apex. And then you'll need some brakes here, and look out your side window. You want to see what's coming. Be patient here, and then you can start accelerating. Give yourself a little bit of speed. Now watch my hands through this corner. How much do they move?
Hardly.
Not hardly at all. That's one continuous radius.
All right.
Okay. Close in. You gotta push the button on the side.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
Push it sport mode.
Okay.
Close on over.
I need to take this cold air off. There, okay.
That's fine. We can just turn it off.
I don't need to worry about my mirrors, right?
Now, what's behind you is not important.
Okay.
Stop right here at the green cone, so I know where this guy's going. Yeah, he's coming through for another lap. Alright.
Oh, Jesus.
Go for it. Over the left edge. Put the brakes. And take it up high. Scoop up high.
I don't need the brake,
Be a little smoother with the controls. Don't stab at them.
Okay.
Okay, brake, turn in, start left. Now look way ahead, bring it up high, one big arc.
Like that?
Yep, that's better. Squirt through your brakes, turn in, over the cone, brake. Now this is patience. Now unwind it as you go up to the outside edge, eyes through the curve, one big arc. Brake mark, brake, 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 brake.
I was so hot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Way too hot. All right.
Way too
one more
hot.
lap. Put it in, take it around. We're dragging it home, but don't worry about it.
All right.
Brakes. Brake again. And over the right. Have patience. Squeeze in it. Well, unwind it. Now, smooth steering. Smooth, smooth. Just leave the wheel right there. See? Brake. And into the pits we go. Straight in. All right, I noticed two things. You're steering right in front of the car. You're not looking up ahead. That's why you're doing this with the steering wheel.
Okay.
Okay? If you look through like that big fast left-hand swoop back there,
Okay.
if you look all the way through that arc, your hands will just be like this.
Okay.
All right? Go ahead and pull up that
Okay.
way. Now, so the basic idea is right, and you're hammering the car a little too hard. You're
Okay.
stomping on the gas and stomping on the brakes. Try to be a little smoother. It doesn't mean being lackadaisical, but squish the brakes, don't hammer it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Good
Appreciate
deal.
it.
Next victim.
Next victim.
The slow one or the fast one?
I'm back,
All right.
and I'm here to look further ahead.
Okay, good.
and I grabbed a few tips from Dana.
What'll be interesting for you and your camera there is if the camera's always looking out the front windshield,
Yeah?
you're not driving correctly.
Gotcha.
Your head should be turning and looking to where you want to be. Again, use that 3-second rule. Where's the car going to be 3 seconds from now? That's where you want to have your eyes.
Gotcha. And just, I'm gonna leave it in sport. I didn't like messing with the paddles. But that was on me. I also don't like how this is all kinky grabbing me and stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's that pre-tension and crap. All right, you're good to go.
Okay.
I felt it right when I got it.
Raise your eyes through the corner. Think about how you're going to set up for this turn in up here. Brakes, good. Relax, smooth out. One smooth turn motion. Yeah, do like that. Brakes, turn it in, good. Set up your turn-in point where all that broken asphalt is. Good. Now let her go up high and just look all the way down the straightaway and get set up for your next turn-in point. Eyes through the corner. Brakes, patience corner here. Crank it around. Now get some juice way out to the right edge. Eyes through the corner all the way up. Attaboy, good. All right, brakes, turn in. One more lap. Set yourself up for your turn.
Okay.
Turn your head left. Look for your next cone. Drive out to it. Next cone down. Next cone down. There you go. When you raise your vision, all of a sudden you smooth out.
Yeah, I'm trying to be better.
You're doing a good job. That's your key, man. Keep your eyes ahead. Look through the corner before you get to it. And that's good. Okay. And all too soon, we're into the pits. That was much better. And
Okay.
it's funny because the minute you look up, all of a sudden the car settles down and it flows through the corner.
I agree, and I don't know why, but it feels so unnatural to do that. So it's like fighting something to do it. But yeah, I agree, it paid off.
It's an acquired talent, but it's
Yeah.
very important. And I'll tell you why it's so important. You're out on the freeway, you're staring at the car ahead of you and something happens up ahead, you don't have enough reaction time.
No, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So this next clip is me taking my time to lap. And one thing they didn't really tell you until you got there was that the winner, there was about 100 of us, and you know, there was a pre-screening. Then we got divided to these 5 groups of around 20-ish, which is what you saw me in, and then, you know, small groups of 3, you know, so we can all sit in the car. And then the leader of each of the group of 5s all compete in their own event for a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip with BMW at Thunderhill Raceway. And I was totally excited, but I'm like, all right, I have a bunch of professionals. I'm hearing people saying like, yeah, I've done track days. I've done autocross. This guy was like, yeah, I've done track and autocross hundreds of times. I'm like, all right, so I'm not winning anything here. So I give it my best. So why don't we run that clip and just so you guys can see, you know, how I handled it. So
We're up to the left edge, and then we brake and turn in and make the right just before we start the new lap.
yeah,
That worked really
so you
well
would
for
say brake before that next bend, because I noticed he just let off and he got out okay the other end.
Yeah.
Do you say I should brake gas on launch or no?
You can if you want.
Okay.
You know, just don't overdo it because then it'll bog down. But you can, you know, when he says, okay, good to go, you just boom.
Right.
You know, as soon as you feel it start to squat, you release it and you go.
And so it's just from these cones to that cone.
Yeah.
So I'm not even
Actually,
doing
it's
this.
not even those cones. It's the
Those.
yeah, those green ones. is
Got,
where the
oh, so I
timing's at.
don't even have to like brake for that next corner because I just roll into the pit.
And he'll tell you what to bring up.
Right?
Yes.
Come on up, come on up. Get the right place. Come on up. Get that wheel right by that.
Oh, the wheel. Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
All
If I
right.
say go, you go.
All right.
All right.
And go like, you know,
Hell.
that too. And go.
Why is that thing so slow?
Now brake, patience up here. That's good. Take her all the way high. Good. One big arc through here and wrap it around the left edge. And brake, turn in. And go for it. And brake hard. Brake hard. Good. What was that? Radio.
What happened? Oh,
Radio fell down.
how do you think that
All right.
was?
That was actually pretty good.
Okay. We only get one go at it, right?
Paddle shifters?
I did not. No.
Oh, you must have hit one because it's on.
Oh shoot. I just park it, right? I don't. Or
Yeah,
do I
right
go
here.
again? Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so now P for
Oh,
park.
crap. That thing is just.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you so much.
All right, man,
Appreciate
that was
it.
good fun, man. You made a huge improvement.
Thank you.
That's good.
That's why I'm here. So I did my lap. It felt kind of slow as I was pulling out of that really tight bend at the beginning. And I could have fixed that by shifting into first, but I really just was, you know, focusing on getting my driving line correct and everything. You know, I'm listening to the ceremony and they're like, third place is, and I'm like, all right, that's not going to be me. And they call someone's name. They're like, in second place. I'm like, yeah. These times are just way quicker than me. And then they're like, first place, Tyler M. And I was like, what? I was totally shocked because I've never done any event. I was just flabbergasted that with all these people who have done autocross and everything, that I actually got first. And so I was able to compete with the other 5 leaders of the other groups to potentially win this trip with BMW. It was so unreal to me, and I got a little trophy, and we didn't have champagne, so they grabbed little water bottles and they were spraying it on me as if it was like, you know, a podium event. So long story short, it's a shorter modified track. It happens in an unmolested 540 X drive, so you get a little bit more out of the corners, and instead of crossing the line, you have to stop within two sets of cones, and if you go too far or too close, you lose 2 seconds. If you hit for every cone you hit, you lose 2 seconds, and it was all electronically timed, so it was a lot more intense, so to say. So I'm gonna show you guys the introduction I got there. It felt very, very serious. You got new drivers and stuff that seemed more serious as well, and so we're gonna run that clip now.
It'll be quick, all right?
Yep, I'm set.
Okay.
Fuck, sorry. Excuse my French.
No, it's all right, man.
How are you today?
Very well. Go ahead and roll forward whenever you're ready.
All right.
So let me give you a little tip of advice here.
Yeah.
Our practice run that you're going to get here,
Yes.
do it at about 7/10.
Okay.
Don't do it at 100%. You don't want to practice any mistakes.
Just want to get a feel for the car.
Get a feel for the car and the track.
Yes, sir.
Ready for your practice round.
Can I go whenever?
Whenever you're ready, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, a little hot. Nope.
Nicely done.
That was perfect.
That was nicely done. Go left. Good job.
Okay.
17.4. Good job.
So I'm not the fastest right now.
Well, that was a practice run.
Right.
That was a very
I wasn't.
Good practice run.
Thank you.
So,
And I definitely did the beginning slower than I could have.
so just now that saying that, don't let that turn into going
Right.
super hot.
Yes,
Go
sir.
A little faster for sure, but keep it super clean.
Got it.
Okay. Look ahead. That's the
All
most
right.
important thing.
I can go whenever, right?
Oh, yeah, hang on. As soon as he nods his head. Okay.
Ready for the time run.
Whenever I
Are
want.
you ready? Go, keep going.
I am. I'm to the floor.
Don't give up.
Fuck. Woo! 16
Super fast. That was super fast. Good job, man. Good job. Hey,
I'm sorry.
Listen, that's okay.
I really want to win this class.
I know. So this is awesome. Remember, your time needs to stand for the next 8 days, though.
Oh.
8 days.
Okay.
4 times a day. Good job. Super good job.
Thank you so much.
Seriously good job. Good job. You should be proud of that.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. 10-3. 10-3.
So the reason I was screaming is because I set the fastest time ever recorded at that time, and it was a whole second faster than anyone else. And so then we had a couple other guys go, and the last guy who, you know, talked about a lot of track and autocross experience nailed a 16.7, I want to say. So I was still shocked, and at the end of my drive, what made me so happy is that my instructor was the one checking if you were in the cones, the guy with the mustache, and he gave me 2 thumbs up to show me I was in, and then I heard my instructor next to me clap, and then I looked at the time and I saw how much quicker I was than any other time on the board, and I was just so excited, and you heard me kind of say I'm sorry, and it's just because I was totally tearing up in the passenger seat because I'm like, oh my god, this is so real. I might be going to Thunderhill. And, well, at that time I thought I was, and he's like, well, hold on, you got to hold this time for the next 8 days. So that was Friday. Today's Monday. And let me tell you, I could barely sleep that night. I was up until 3 a.m. and all I could do is rewatch the clip and think about, oh my God, is someone gonna beat me? You know, how much quicker could I have taken that? Obviously you guys heard me say, oh shit, and he's like, keep going. That's because I hit the corner a little too hot and I was starting to understeer a little bit. So I lost about 1 or 0.1 or 0.2 seconds there. Could have shifted into first at that point because it was kind of taking a while for the turbos to kick in, and I probably could have got another 0.1, 0.2. So I mean, honestly, I was about to have an anxiety attack. Every second I was just thinking, oh my God, I could be going to Thunderhill by the end of the week. And I was always checking for the times coming in because I could check online. And unfortunately, that Saturday afternoon at around 4 p.m., someone had not only beaten my time, but demolished it by almost a half second. So that dream kind of fell short right then and there. But it was an excellent experience nonetheless. As of today, I'm now 4th out of 60 people. So I'm still pretty impressed with myself. I'm trying really hard to not let it get to my head. But all I will say now is that I've gotten a thirst. I love autocross so much. And we're just going to keep doing it. And so next year we can win that class. And I'm going to bring you guys with me. So what we're going to do now is, I would say mark your calendars, but I'm filming and I don't know the date. I want to say September 26th. We are going to autocross at the same place with a much longer course in our little angel Sophia here. And it's a car I know. So hopefully we can set some pretty awesome times. There's a little twist to that event. I'll let you guys see it. I'm going to go both Saturday and Sunday, morning and afternoon, both times. We're going to do some laps. We're going to get some advice. We're going to do some ride-alongs. We're going to check out some other people's rides. It's going to be a blast. If you want to see that, then definitely subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a like. And definitely sub if you want to see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing driving classes. You guys, I have the thirst. I feel like I got the talent. I feel like I can set the best time next year and win that trip. BMWs I've loved since I was a kid, and it would literally be my dream to be able to take that class. And I can tell you right now, I can't afford it. I know it's the M class. It's like the $2,500 or $4,000 class. I just don't have it. But what better way to do it than to show that you have the skill? So next year, you guys, and definitely again, subscribe if you want to see the journey to making that time happen. So anyway, make sure you guys leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in like 2 weeks. Yeah, today's Monday. It's not this weekend, but next weekend. So whatever time that is. All right, take care.